Alrighty, it's Jesse again, back on Jesse's Road for Starfolk. Yeah, I wanted to go back into episode 2 because I wasn't really satisfied with the whole 15 minutes, and I want to get as much education or information, wisdom, knowledge back to you with less words and just some more concise statements, okay? So, oh yeah, and especially because I said that we were going to talk more about consciousness. Okay, even though I'm not a psychology expert or a psychologist or whatever, I just wanted to go off on it a little more because I wasn't really happy with everything that I talked about last time. So consciousness, it's the ability to simulate the future again, like what I just barely told you, except I wanted to tell you guys some interesting facts that I've heard from other stories and authors, and a lot of people don't realize how interesting the brain actually is. I mean, they say it's around 3 pounds of gray matter encapsulated by your skull, the cranium, and it's just a huge neural network, huge gray mass that is governing your entire actions in life, all your motives, all of your inner thoughts, everything. And so a lot of people and philosophers back thousands of years ago, they would stand around and just uh, theologize and philosophize about where it came from, why God gave us the ability to think, and what does it mean to think, and to be able to even ask the question like, why am I aware, or what is going to happen to me in the future? Like, some people think that everything's determined too. It goes a long way with determinism as well. And there's a huge history on that. I've written about it, not about consciousness in particular, but determinism in that all of our actions aren't are not preordained. We don't have, like, the pictures aren't already taken. You know what I mean? There's not like a video. There's not a movie that has already been made for us in the future. Okay, and that's a metaphor. That's the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about as well, which I found was an interesting aspect with the whole bicameralism. The metaphor and language is extremely important, so important beyond measures for our ability to communicate. And so, yeah, I love coming up with metaphors. And so they thought, this guy, Jill Jane or whatever his name was, that came up with that book, saying that pretty much being conscious is like literally just living a metaphor. Like, we are a metaphor. And so that's why I found it interesting, because I don't know, a couple months ago I bought this book that's literally all metaphors and analogies and similes. It's called I Never Metaphor I Didn't Like. Kind of sort of seems like a punny title or something like that. I still don't even really understand the title, but I do and I don't. So it's a comprehensive compilation of history's greatest analogies, metaphors, and similes by Dr. Marty Groth. And I tell you what, it's incredible. And so let's just hear one quote from Robert Frost right on the title. An idea is a feat of association, and the height of it is a good metaphor. You know what I mean? And so you got Robert Frost talking about this stuff back, when was he? Early 1900s. Before this other guy, Jill Jane, that made The Origins of Consciousness. You got him talking about ideas and metaphors. And then you got this other guy 50 years later talking about how a metaphor is how we are conscious and everything. And so it just goes to show you the different types of brains, opinions, and realms of thought that people can just give to the world as well as take from it. You know what I mean? But I've found that more people are trying to get you to believe them than you than hang on, how was I going to say that? Seems like a lot of people just want you to be like a subservient to the mastery of their castle or something. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how a lot of people are. That's the way Trump is. You know, we're not no servants. We're no peasants or whatever at the bottom of the pyramid of, of this big hierarchy. I mean, we are in some stances, but it's not like that. It's not like the Egyptians. It's things are a little more free in America. Back to metaphor before I went off on that little tangent. Metaphors, like I said, if you can use the metaphor well in life and in your everyday communications with your bosses, your wife, your sister, your brother, it can be really fun. It's a fun tool, and a lot of people don't understand like the true power of it. You know what I mean? I need to stop saying you know what I mean. It's a stupid little conversational filler. But anyway, so metaphors. Here, let me read you a couple out of this book real quick, all right? And we can talk about them. Oh, all right. This is a good one by C.S. Lewis. Anger is the fluid that love bleeds when you cut it. Oh, that's kind of a scene. You can take like two dissimilar ideas and you can combine them to create this transient thought. You know what I mean? Like this quick imaginative world inside your head that just is formulated by just two ideas that initially wouldn't seem compatible but actually can be. Love. Here's another one. Love doesn't just sit there like a stone. It has to be made like bread, remade all the time, made new. So yeah, that's it's like that one's more of an analogy, okay? And there are distinctions, although you can combine them both as well. Right. Okay. All right. Here's another good one for you all. Okay, and it's by Jean Anu Anula or something. I think that's her last name. Love is, above all, the gift of oneself. Love is like a virus. It can happen to anybody at any time. Without love, our life is a ship without a rudder. Mm. All right. Love is a net that catches hearts like a fish. Yeah, kind of. That last one was from Muhammad Ali. But anyway, I'll make up my own new metaphor for you all right now, and that's that you should all always keep looking at the horizon and waiting for the ship that is my podcast. It's going to be coming right now. You can't see it yet, but you can look out for it and you can hear it in the distance. There's a radio on it, and this is how we're talking right now, or how you're listening to me. You're not really talking. I am gonna have guests soon, and so just like I said, keep your binoculars out, and I'll always be sure to be on my way. But I don't know if you'll ever see the ship that is my podcast. One day you will, but that's if you want to come on it. So you got to listen first, and you got to stay tuned, and then you can climb up over the side real quick, and I'll throw over the wooden ladder, like those ladders that they used to have back during the pirate days, when they just roll them over the side of the ship, and there's just a bunch of little wooden shafts or whatever all linked together to be a ladder. Yeah, you can You'll be able to go up that easily. And so, what else did I want to say? What else do I want to tell you? I want to talk to you again about the future though, because that's another big reason why I'm on here in the first place, is because the future is important, and so many people think that their lives are stagnant. It's just like one big static fog in a room that is perpetual in some people's lives. But why don't you just take a fucking few swipes in the air, man, and just brush away that fog, that big plume of mist or whatever that you're looking to get past and through, and then you'll see that there is clearness on the other side. There's clarity to be achieved, and there's ways that you can make yourself happier, because I know that's a struggle for me as well as for so many. You, your mom, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, we all take each other for granted, and it sucks. But that's how our brains are hardwired. So we just have to make a concerted effort and to be cognizant of the fact that our brains were developed through millions of years of evolution to just be like, all right, I've seen this before and it's getting a little boring, and oh, all right, I want to go talk to this girl, or I want to go flirt with this guy right now. And so, yeah, just come up with new, exciting ways to make yourself happy and to entertain yourself, because we only live one short life. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on this podcast for the rest of my life. I mean, shit, maybe I'll take a couple years, a break or whatever, and then come back. You never know. I just want to communicate good words, okay? And to tell people that it's important to do goodwill towards others, all right? Everything that I see and hear on the news is complete chaos, murder, and just environmental disasters, and it sucks. However, we can fix it. There's technologies out there. I mean, shit, they can. I mean, Paul Stamets has found mushrooms that can literally eat dead oil or used oil that's in oceans, convert that shit into sugar. You know what I mean? There's mushrooms. I mean, and we're going to talk about that on a later episode as well. Mushrooms and my fascination with Paul Stamets, all that other jazz. And like I said, expect there to be a guest on here soon as well. And also there's going to be a weekly improvisation episode as well, where it's myself and another guest just running rampant with jokes, telling nonstop jokes the whole time, and just trying to just saying fucked up and funny shit to just amuse and to or let down, that too. I know no one's perfect, and yeah, we're gonna keep on freezing the ice and then melting it back down, and we're gonna keep doing that again, and until your glass is full, all right? Because that's what I'm here to do, is to fill up the empty cup that you decided to give me, all right, in the form of your ears listening, all right? So yeah, I love you all. I only got a couple more minutes left. I don't know what's up with this free, it's called Spreaker Studio. They only give me 15-minute durations, but I am going to upgrade my account so that way I can have longer broadcasting time. So again, bear with me. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun for me. Fun for you, I'm wishing. And like I said, I love science, technology, math, and futurism. Politics, we're getting there, but like I said, that's kind of a slippery slope right there that I tend to find myself trying to crawl back up towards, because I just lose control, I guess, and I don't know if I say the right stuff at times, but I know that we'll get better, okay? All right, you all enjoy the rest of your night. I love you. See you next week on Starfolk.